So Sarah, thank you so much for joining me today.
No, it's a complete honor. Thank you for having me.
Amazing. So as I was saying earlier, when we came out to Dubai, the last thing we thought we were going to be doing was filming podcasts out here. But when I came across you, which I think so many of us have seen you on social media now, it felt wrong not to reach out to you to get you on. So I am so grateful to have you here. And I'm excited to see and hear all about your journey.
No, I'm honored. Thank you so much. I was excited when you texted and I took a look at your account. I'm like, oh, this girl is smart and beautiful. Let's do this. Yeah.
No, thank you so much. So obviously I've done my research on you and I think you're absolutely incredible. No, it's always like, I want to know what have they researched?
Yeah.
No, but I think you're absolutely incredible. Like
Thank
everything
you.
that you've done, you're gorgeous, you're stunning, you're just so intelligent. But I want to take it back to the beginning. I want to talk about your journey. So what is the earliest story of you?
With me, the story goes as early as 4 years old.
Yeah.
So you want to go down there?
I want to go back to when you were 4.
No, so you know when there's a black sheep in the family,
Yeah.
the parents already know
They
that
can
that
tell.
child is going to be a handful, is going to be trouble, is
Yeah.
going to be rebellious. Like the personality shows at a very young age. So my parents knew they were in it for a ride with me.
Yeah.
But when you have children and your children are a little bit strong when it comes to their personality and they're rebellious, you think, uh-oh, they're going to turn out to be wrong. But the truth is, this is an indication of a strong character
Yeah.
and a child that already has their life planned out for them.
Yeah.
You know, they already know where they want to go and what they want to do. And they're
Yeah.
not going to listen to anybody.
Yeah.
So it took them time until they adjusted and adapted to it. And then they realized, okay, she is doing everything differently,
Yeah.
but she's doing everything right. At least it's right for her, you know? And it started when I was young. My parents told me when I was like 4 years old, I used to massage them for money. And then when I was
That's so
5, I used to buy candy and resell it to my cousins. Wow. So, and I don't think at that age I had any expenses to take care of. Like, I don't know if
Yeah.
expenses of my diapers or whatever, but you know, it just shows you that some entrepreneurs are taught, some are born.
Yeah.
So it just was in me. And then my first business started at the age of 15,
Yeah.
which took away a lot of my childhood, because at the age of 15, my cousins, my friends, they were out playing, having fun, going on dates, and getting
Yeah.
to know boys. And I was like in an office with employees, you know,
Yeah.
at the age of 15. So it took away a lot from my childhood, but it taught me so much. Like, it's unbelievable what life had taught me because of this journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's something that really resonated with me when I was obviously researching you, because I was 14 when I set mine up as well. I wasn't for selling
Wow.
candy, don't get me wrong, but I was definitely in diapers. But when I seen that, I thought, do you know what? So employees weren't a thing. I didn't have any employees. So I wanted to really delve into that and see what was it that you were doing when you were 15?
Fashion design.
Fashion design.
The funny part is I was a tomboy.
Yeah.
And I was not into fashion.
Yeah.
But I just did it. And now at 38, when I look back on my life, I understand why I did it.
Yeah.
It's because, you know, culture makes women, culture, society, and the stereotype makes women feel like if you're going to do business or if you're going to embark on a journey,
Yeah.
it has to be in a feminine sector.
Yeah.
So you're either selling cakes, doing hair, makeup, or fashion.
Yeah.
And I was, you know, I fell for the trap.
Yeah.
So I started the journey in fashion, but later on in life, 20 years later, I discovered that I had no passion for fashion. Although the brand was doing great. Yeah, we were traveling the world, making money. But I felt like my time, and every day I wake up, I dread what I do. And I'm doing it just because society told me that's what a woman should do.
Yeah.
And that's when I diverted all my money, my investments, my work, and I just cut it completely from fashion and went into tech.
Do you know what? I think that's really interesting, because if I look back, my business was fashion as well.
Really?
Yeah. And I've never
wow.
looked at it in that sense of saying, culturally, I went into fashion because I was a woman. But I was also a tomboy when I was younger. All I
Yeah.
wore was like joggers and like tracksuits because my brother did. And I just kind of wore the same thing he did. And then I used to buy dresses and then model them dresses and then resell them. And that's how I grew the team. But I've never looked at it from a point of view of going, do you know what? Culturally, I did that because you are right. We are women. And that was the more feminine thing for us to do. Yeah, no, that's really interesting.
It limits your potential.
It does.
You could be great at fixing cars,
Yeah.
but there you are selling cupcakes because you're a girl, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what society tells you. And sadly, a lot of women fall for that trap. So you see a lot of potential dying and a lot of dreams dying because that's the right thing to do.
Do you think naturally, though, that we will, as women, sway towards roles like that?
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I hope all women do that.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's challenging because when you're marinated in culture for so long, and you suddenly wake up and you go like, okay, I am 38. For 38 years, whatever I was doing is wrong. Now I'm going to do what's right.
Yeah, now I'm going to switch.
It takes a lot of courage to do something like that. And I wish a lot of women would step out of their comfort zone and not just do things because they're women.
Yeah.
And do what women are supposed to do.
Yeah, no, that is a big one. That is a huge one, because I feel like a lot of women, they don't do that because naturally it's that fear, isn't it? It's that fear of judgment of what everyone's going to say, but also what family are going to say as well, as opposed to just externally. Did you find that when you stepped away from fashion, you had anything from family, friends, any judgment?
No, because whatever I did, even the fashion, starting at 15, everyone was against it. Because, you know, as a 15-year-old, your dad wants to take care of you and spoil you and do all these things. And there you are making your own money and you cut yourself off financially from him. So it hurts your father's pride a little bit. Yeah. Because in our culture, men are the providers. So, and he's like, but you don't need anything. Why are you doing this? And I try to explain, it's not about the money. It's not about the money. I just want to do it. My spirit, my soul wants to do it. But they didn't get it.
Yeah.
So after that, you know, when I dropped university, when I shut this company, started this company, failed in this company, it's like they already gave up on me, you know? And with all the tattoos I have, it's like I'm a hopeless case. So they're like, wherever she goes, oh, she failed? It's fine. She won? Okay, she got an award? Great, you know? They're just going along. And I've trained my parents to change the question from, why are you doing this? To, does it make you happy? Yeah. Are you happy?
Yeah.
And, you know, it's hard because when people are like older, it's hard to change them and the way they look at life because they were brought up this way. Yeah. So they don't know any other way but this.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. 100%.
And there you are changing everything.
Literally, you're going against every single norm and you're like paving this path that they can't understand. My dad was exactly the same. I remember selling everything, growing this business, and he turned around to me one day and he used to say, like, why are you doing this? Like, what makes you want to go for it? And then he turned around and said, listen, I know you don't want anything from me, but I have a bank account that I've been putting money into just in case anything goes wrong and what you're doing is illegal. But it's not illegal. I said, you don't need to worry. But I'll never forget it. And I think they end up realizing they don't worry about you anymore in a sense of, oh gosh, what's she doing? What if she falls off? It's always a case of, she's going to figure it out. And I see that in you as well, like just going for it and just saying, well, you know that you could fall down, but you also know that if you got there in the first place, you can come straight back up again.
Totally. And the thing is, what I always tell my parents is I might not look like a typical Emirati daughter. Yeah. Yes, I'm covered with tattoos. Yes, I do everything my way. Yes, I'm rebellious. Yes to all these things. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm reliable. If you need anything, I'm there. If anything goes wrong, I'm the first one who's going to be there. So I'm like, there's so many positive characteristics to me than just the way I look and how you expect me to be. And it took me like 4 or 5 years of telling my parents the same thing, which is, why are you upset? Because I don't look the way you expect me to. Yeah. But that's your expectation. Yeah. That's not my problem. Yeah. And then also to teach my parents, you know, it's funny, they say your biggest teachers are your children. Yeah. You know, and to teach my parents that their expectation is theirs. And if I fail their expectation, it's not my problem, it's theirs. Yeah. And at the same time, just because they gave birth to me, it doesn't mean they own me. Yeah. They were a vessel for me to come to this life. Yeah. I have my free will. I have my decisions. I have my life. I have everything. I have my own mindset. I have my own personality. Yeah. And it's okay if I'm different.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, because, 100%. You know, human nature, when any human being faces something they can't identify or different, there's two things they do. Number one, they either fight it. Number two, they either fear it. Yes. You know, there is no in between. It's not like a rainbow with colors. It's either black or white. Literally. And once you understand that you do not have to fear it or run away from it, you just have to love people and accept them for who they are. And what makes you happy shouldn't make sense to anybody.
No, 100%, 100%. Yeah. So are they at that level now with you? Are they? They
gave up.
They had no choice.
Yeah, they gave up. Every time I walk into the house, like I see them on the weekends and I'm like, hey, I did this. No comment. Like, you want chocolate? I'm like, no, I don't eat dairy.
That's
all
the
my
support.
life. Like, did you forget that?
That's the support.
Yeah.
How do you find that you now instill that into your son now then as well? Because
How do I what?
How do you instill that into your son now as well? Because growing
Total
up,
freedom.
yeah,
Guided freedom.
yeah,
So I raise my son. I always tell him, you can be whoever you want. You can look however you want. It's no one has a say to tell you anything.
Yeah.
You have to be you, be proud of being you. You were never made to fit in.
yeah,
Your components of who you are as a human being, your ingredients, it's one in this world. It will never be repeated again.
Yeah.
So I'm like, don't fit in. And then I give him the opportunity to make choices. Like what to dress, how to wear, like what to do, like how to handle his emotions.
Yeah.
And the most important thing is that I also teach him that, and I think everyone should teach their kids that. You know how parents sometimes tell their kids, if you do this, you make me happy.
Yeah.
Or if you do this, I'm going to be upset. And I always tell him, listen, whatever you do, it's okay. I am happy.
yeah,
You don't affect that happiness.
Yeah.
I love you to death and I'll never walk away from you. I'll never give up on you.
Yeah.
But my happiness is my job. I am happy. If you do this, it upsets me, but I'm still happy.
Yeah.
So I always teach my kid that happiness is your job. It's not a person or a place or a destination or a goal or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's you. It's internal. And then I also teach him that how to biohack his body, because I always tell him, like, you're the juicer.
Yeah.
You choose your juices. What do you want to release in your body?
yeah,
Endorphins, happy hormones, serotonin, or you want to release cortisol? You're the juicer. What do you want to choose now? And he starts laughing when he's upset, because you're in control. You're in control. You're the captain. You're the master of your soul. And I just wish a lot of parents would teach their kids that.
yeah,
I've learned that at the age of 30.
yeah,
And after doing a lot of therapy, after going through a lot of things to understand all these things about myself, if we start early with kids, we save them that trouble.
yeah. Because you can mold them, really, can't you?
Totally.
You can. No, I think that's beautiful, because you've obviously you've grown up different,
Yeah.
and then you've been able to instill that difference into him as well. I think one of the things that I've only recently started saying this to myself. I'm like, you can't always control your emotions, but you can control how you react to your emotions. And I think that's something that, to instill that into our younger generation,
Yeah.
is something that my parents never taught me that. My mum
Yeah.
used to be like a bottle of pop. She'd pop off at everything. And my dad was the same. Whereas I think when you're around that is natural, but being able to control yourself.
Children are like sponges. They
Yeah.
absorb everything, you know?
Literally.
But you're right. A lot of people think that if I control everything, I'm in power.
Yeah.
But when you try to control everything, that's when you lose control.
Yeah.
The only power you have is self-control. I cannot stop the cloud from raining. I cannot stop a flower from blooming. Therefore, I cannot stop a person from doing anything or being anything they want or doing
Yeah.
anything they want to me.
Yeah.
So I don't put my energy on focusing on people and how they react or how to handle them or how to control them.
Yeah.
My superpower is self-control. And if you cannot master self-control, you're powerless. You know?
Yeah.
That's it. It's as easy as that.
Yeah.
And when you are trying to control everyone around you, you're literally handing your power to people.
I totally agree.
Which means you can trigger me. You can make me upset. You can make me happy. You can make me go up. You can make me go down. Guess what? You're the master. I'm the slave.
Yeah.
But people think that if I control you, I'm on top of the world. No, it's
Yeah.
not. It's not.
Literally.
Yeah.
How do you think you can master self-control then? How have you mastered it?
It's discipline. It's teaching yourself. It's a mixture of common sense.
Yeah.
And I feel like I learned a lot about that through my spiritual journey.
Yeah.
So being awakened and understanding that I'm a spirit with a human experience.
Yeah.
And my mind is a powerful tool when it's under my control. So a lot of people think that the brain is the master,
Yeah.
but the brain is the best when it's a servant.
No, I agree.
Yeah, and that's what I learned. I learned that no, I am not what I think. I'm not my thoughts.
Yeah.
I am not all these ideas that I sit down and think of. I'm not
Yeah.
made of that. But at the same time, when you become the master and your brain becomes the servant, oh my God, how your life changes. You can
Yeah.
easily, for example, let's say I have a bad behavior, okay? And because I practice self-awareness, I picked it up. And
Yeah.
I've done the inner work, the shadow work, and I'm picking up my patterns and my bad behaviors. In 21 days, I can make that behavior disappear.
Yeah.
And I can install new neural paths in my brain for new behaviors.
Yes.
How? By introducing it to my brain for 21 days.
Yeah.
And the brain, especially the subconscious brain, because it controls 90% of who we are and what we do in our decisions, right? The subconscious brain gives up and surrenders when it comes to repetition.
Yeah.
So people give up. I already told myself so many times, no, don't give up, because once you repeat it, the brain follows. The brain listens.
And it does. It genuinely does. I think
does.
especially, it's like one of them, isn't it? If you go for a walk, you can sit there, you can be at an office desk, you can be on your computer trying to get new ideas to come to you. But it's not until you remove yourself from that certain situation. You go on a walk every single day, you go to the gym every single day, even in the shower. Let's be honest, we all shower most days. Like if you're in the shower every single day, that becomes a norm. And that's when your best ideas come to you, because that is your subconscious mind.
True.
And it's so powerful. It is. Do you think when did you start on your spiritual journey? Do you think from the beginning or?
Well, the thing is, the whole journey took me about, like, I'd say 5 to 6 years.
Yeah.
But that was like a journey of being lost, being curious, searching for answers. But I'd say the most profound journey where I was completely awakened, it's like alchemy, was 2 years ago.
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years ago. And it's just been going up, you know?
Yeah.
And they always say, once you're awakened, you can't go back to sleep. Like, once you see this part of reality, and you understand that everything you live in is an illusion, and there's much more to the spirit world and who you are than just this, everything shatters, and then you cannot go back to this anymore.
What inspired you to start on your spiritual journey then?
It wasn't like Sara was sitting doing well, making money in her business, and she's like, oh wow, you know what, I want to be spiritual. It doesn't happen like this. And a lot of people think like spirituality is fairy dust and light and love and peace and tranquility. It's not. Spirituality is not for everybody. It's not for the weak. It takes a lot of darkness for you to find the light at the end of the tunnel. And it's a hard journey. It's a lot of shadow work. It's a lot of internal work. It's a lot of erasing who you were told to be, how you were told to be, and discovering who you really are. And then understanding that this body is just a vehicle, and there's much more to who I am. And I'm eternal. And there's, like, I always say this, I wish humanity would just all have an awakening phase where they all wake up, because we are all alchemists. We're all sub-creators, you know? But nobody knows that power of theirs until they're awakened to it. And I just wish everyone can access that power. It's not like Sara is born and she's chosen and she can do all these things. Nah, all of us can do this. But not everybody can tap into this, and it's not for the weak.
And it is because when we were born, we were molded, weren't we? We were molded into exactly who we are today. And to break free of that mold, that would be hard.
Courage.
Yeah. It's as you say, depending on your age, you could be 20, 30, 40. You have to change your entire life to discover who you really are.
It's like wiping a whole computer from all your pictures, all your memories, all your files, and then starting brand new. How many people have the courage to do that? Erase everything. Not everybody.
That's interesting. That is. So would you say that since obviously going on your spiritual journey, do you think that's affected your relationships in a more positive way now then?
1,000,000%. Yeah. Not the thing is, spirituality doesn't just okay, let me put it this way. Being awakened and spiritual doesn't only make you a better person. It makes you better at work. It makes you better at business. It makes you better with your children. It makes you better with everything, any interaction you have, even if it's a 2-minute interaction. It just makes you give out the best version of you. It makes you download the best version of you, basically. So it did affect everything. The way I look at life, the way I handle life, the way I, like, you know, it's funny because people say, we barely see you worried. Like, my life might be crumbling from every corner, and I'd be sitting with you, and you wouldn't even notice. Not because I'm hiding. It's because I choose not to worry. I choose not to control. Okay, if negative things happened, they happened. I cannot control them. And I have total and complete surrender to God. So whatever happens to me, good or bad, it's all for me. It doesn't happen to me, it happens for me. So I don't worry, because I don't want to put my body and my spirit through those negative emotions if things happen that I can't control. And I'm flowing, like, you know, I always say I'm flowing, I'm glowing, I'm growing, you know, always, regardless of what I go through. So before this journey, do you think when you were younger,
Did you used to stress a lot during
Yes.
certain situations?
Stress. I was judgmental.
Yeah.
In business, I used to operate from a managerial mindset, not a leadership mindset. It's so many things, so many things that when I look back on myself, I'm like, whoa, like never again, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, I can't, like I always say, you know what? If my first marriage worked out and I was happy and I had my baby and marriage was perfect, I don't even want to know. I have zero curiosity, zero, to find out where Sarah would be in that life, because who I am right now is exactly where I should be, who I should be.
Yeah.
Therefore, I love everything that happened in my life, good and bad. I embrace it. I love it.
Yeah.
I don't want to change anything, because one tiny diversion, your whole entire existence changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Well, sometimes you don't even realize it at the time, do you? But redirections, they can just be literally the greatest blessings in your life.
Big time.
And you
We're
don't realize
stubborn.
it. Yes. We are.
The thing is, this is what people don't understand. And I always say with people when something bad happens to them, like, why is God doing this to me? Why is God not fair? Why is God? Everyone just like hangs their anger like as if God is a coat hanger. And here you go, God. This happened. You did this. You did this. The thing is, what people need to understand is that God gave us free will.
Yeah.
And with free will, there's no but. So God can't say, I'll give you free will, but every time things happen, I'm going to interfere and play chess. Then we don't have free will anymore. So what do you want? A beautiful experience where you learn and you grow and you choose whatever you want? Or you want God to play chess with us? And we're just sitting here doing nothing.
Yeah.
You know, waiting for him to move everything.
Yeah.
So people need to understand, it's not God. You chose that path. You chose that man. You chose that abusive relationship. You chose that failed business. It wasn't God.
Yeah.
You chose everything. You attracted everything. So wherever you vibrate in life, you attract. So we need to stop blaming God for everything, because he has nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
He's just watching as we make our decisions in life and learn. This is a school. This is a playground.
Yeah.
Where we're here to learn, grow, understand, and then find ourselves again, which is find our spiritual journey again, and then ascend.
Yeah, so we need to switch up that mindset, because you are right. Something goes wrong and you'll blame the situation, the circumstance, as opposed to sitting there and blaming yourself and saying, where did you go wrong? What in your life what could you have done better to avoid that situation happening again?
The only way to grow is to, I get it, when someone is, let's say, hurt or something bad happened. Human nature is to blame the other person and to complain about the other person. But it's like, okay, if I sit and complain, where am I going? Nowhere. Let me ignore what I can't control. I cannot control that person, whatever they've done to me. Let me focus on me. Why did I accept this?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there were red flags. And I it's funny I say this. A lot of women and men, when they see the red flags and they haven't done the inner work and the healing, what women do is like, okay, red flag, let me paint my nails red so I can match it, you know?
Literally. We'll run at it like a bull.
Yeah, so it's like, let me go here, Bob the Builder, let me fix it. I'm a fixer, you know?
Yeah.
So no, life is way more different than that.
Yeah.
And I wish more people would, instead of, because I see people after going through a certain trauma, what they do is, okay, I'm going to be guarded. Here's my wall. I'm going to be peeking from the top of my wall. No one can come in. And I'm just going to be safe in my armor and all that. Well, good for you. I mean, beautiful wall, But the wall that stops bad things from coming in stops good things from coming in.
Yeah.
And if you're going to sit and stress, is this person going to hurt me? Is that person going to do this? Is this? What are you wasting your time stressing?
You're setting yourself
on
up
what?
for it, aren't you?
First of all, you're manifesting it.
Yeah.
Second of all, you're predicting it. Third of all, you're attracting it.
Yeah.
And you will end up becoming it.
You've literally
right?
spoken into existence by this point. Yeah. Literally.
So the point is, like, I don't worry about like who's going to hurt you, what's going to hurt you, whether they're going to hurt you or not.
Yeah.
Worry about how you're going to bounce back if you get
if that
hurt.
does happen.
That's it.
Yeah, no,
that's what you do. You prep yourself. You're a warrior. If you go to war, you're ready.
Yeah.
When is the war going to happen? We don't know. So
prepare yourself.
Yeah, just prepare yourself and don't worry.
Yeah.
And I always tell, when I sit with people, when they're like, I have a wall, I'm guarded, I always say, you know what? I've been through a lot, like abusive relationships, physical, mental, lost all my money, failed, all that. But I don't have a wall. They're like, so what do you have? I'm like, I have a door. A door opens for what's good and closes for what's bad.
Yeah.
You have to trust your intuition after you've done the healing and the work, that you know exactly what to choose for you.
Yeah.
And you're not hiding behind an armor. And I love this question. This is the question I always ask people.
Yeah.
When they go like, oh, I've done the work. They've done the work means they've eaten ice cream, they've cried a little bit, they've talked to the mirror, you know, I'm okay, I'm strong. They always say, I've done the work. And right now I'm not mixing with anybody and no one can come near me. No one can do anything to me anymore. I am solid and I've done all the work and I'm healed. And no. And I ask them one question and it breaks them down. The question is, are you really healed or are you isolated from everything that triggers you?
Yeah.
And when you say that, it hits them as a
deep.
bus.
Yeah.
Because they are isolated.
Yeah,
when you build a wall
definitely.
and you're hiding behind it, you're not done the work. You've not done the healing. You're not even halfway there. You're isolated from everything that triggers you. Because what triggers you controls you.
Yeah.
And once you can go out to the world and face what triggers you and change your patterns and handle it differently, then I'd say, bravo, you've done the work. You know?
I think we're taught more to build walls though, aren't we? We're not taught to handle our emotions. We're not taught to know how to deal with certain triggers. We're taught to guard ourselves, protect yourself. If you look at social media, it's not all about how to handle your emotions. It's about, we don't need men. We don't need
I
X.
hate those.
If something's gone wrong, cut everything,
I
walk
hate
out,
those.
shut the door. There's nothing about physically learning. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It's redirecting people towards depression.
Yeah.
And I say this a lot. I say when I open social media and I see these like pages of quotes and podcasts where you're good on your own, you're a strong woman, you're a strong man, you don't need that girl, you don't need that boy. I'm like, my God, basic human instinct, the feeling of belonging and love.
Yeah.
You're born with it.
Yeah.
And now you're robbing me from it. What kind of advice is this? What are you
Literally.
teaching people?
Yeah.
It's literally a recipe to depression. So this is why I feel like I always say when God gives you a voice, especially online, and you have a huge following, everyone thinks, oh, now I'm going to be making money. There's a lot of freedom. But that's not true, because with fame comes less freedom and more responsibility.
Yeah.
And if I'm not conveying a positive message, if I'm not impacting people's life in a positive way, I'm not worthy of all these people following me.
Yeah.
Like, what am I teaching? What am I putting out there
Yeah.
to the world? I take social media as a huge responsibility.
Yeah.
Because it's not my bedroom, which means like everyone can come into my page.
Yeah.
Kids, people from all walks of life, from all experiences. What am I doing? What am I showing them?
Yeah.
Am I just flashing my lifestyle? That is probably like fake,
Yeah.
borrowed, rented,
Literally.
just so I can look perfect in front of people,
Yeah.
and then showing people that they can't have it, and if they don't have it, their life is imperfect.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
why you've stood out so much, though, especially because you're so true and you're so honest and you speak about your personal journeys as well. I think it's difficult, especially to find a woman that'll speak out about, to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
I think it's difficult to find a powerful, vulnerable female because I think it's stigma. There's a
Yeah.
lot attached to us. I actually went to an event the other day and it was a big property event and I'd never been before. And someone came up to me and was like, how do you feel comfortable speaking out without the fear of like judgment? And I thought, do you know what? If I was at a big event like this and then I left and thought, right, I'm going to start posting, because of that comment, that would then make you think about certain things that you're going to post.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely like the circles that you're with or the people that you're around, as opposed to just going for it and just speaking your truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's true. I mean, it is the fear of judgment.
Yeah.
Which I have zero for.
Yeah.
Like, you can like me, you can not like me. I don't care. You know,
Yeah.
you don't pay my bills. I'm
Yeah.
okay. And for your opinion to matter to me, you have to matter to me.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
the idea of me that you have of me has to matter to me. Who you
Yeah.
are has to matter to me.
Definitely.
So I don't care about what society thinks of me, and I will never be molded into whatever they want.
Yeah.
That is something I would never do. It's like it's something that I would like not even 1%
Yeah.
bow down and kneel to that. Not even 1% to make someone happy.
Well, let's be honest. If you cared what society thought, you would not be where you are today.
No.
Even when you were 15, you wouldn't have even
Yeah.
thought about it. And I think, in a sense, you're born different.
Yeah.
Like I would say we are born different. No average 15-year-old girl is sat there going, how can I make money? Not for making money,
Yeah.
just to see what she can achieve.
Yeah.
So you've never, that's such a positive thing, is that you've never been
Yeah.
fearful of society.
Even young girls,
Yeah.
if they say something or they answer back or they have an opinion, their parents
Yeah.
always say, especially if she's talking to her dad, it's like, who do you think you're talking to?
Yeah.
Why do you even have an opinion? You're a kid. You know, she's a human. She's a spirit. She has a mind.
Yeah.
Of course, she has an opinion.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know. I just feel like this is my opinion of it, and I mean, a lot of people also believe in this, that the female voice has been suppressed for so many generations.
Yeah.
The feminine divine energy has
Yeah.
been suppressed for centuries and decades because
Yeah.
women are extremely powerful.
Yeah.
Even if we go back like thousands of years back, the biggest kings took over the biggest countries because a woman whispered in their ear something.
Yeah.
Women are so powerful.
We are.
And they had to suppress their voice and who they are
Yeah.
because we are very strong. And throughout the evolution of like being a woman throughout all these generations,
Yeah.
nowadays, here we are where women are scared to speak. Women are scared to have an opinion. Women are scared to be beautiful and smart.
Yeah.
Women are scared to do anything because they're scared of being judged because they don't even know how powerful they are.
Yeah.
You know, and I always say, like, when I enter a room, if there's no chair for me on the table, I bring my own chair.
Yeah.
While other women will wait for someone to give them a chair.
Yeah.
You don't need that. Go do your own thing.
Yeah.
Go get your own chair. So it's just the divine feminine has been suppressed for so long, but I feel like there's a huge movement now where a lot of women are speaking. And me, by speaking, a lot of people online are like, oh, and a lot of men hate me for it. They're like, you are teaching our wives how to be rebellious and how to... I'm like, no, I'm teaching your wife how not to be under your control
Yeah.
and submissive to a man that's not even alpha.
Yeah.
She's submissive to an alpha man. You're not even an alpha.
Yeah.
And that's why you are upset.
That's why it's bothered you in the
That's why
beginning.
you're bothered and triggered.
Yeah.
If you were an alpha man, you would let your woman listen to me.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling her to tap into her energy and to believe in herself. And
Yeah.
how is that bad or wrong? I don't understand.
That is something we were speaking about the other day. I was
Yeah.
speaking with one of my friends about how when you get into a relationship, the man originally is attracted to who you are at that time.
Yeah.
You could be a powerful female, you could be a boss woman, you could be whatever
Yeah.
you are. And then once you're in that relationship, let's be honest, okay, if you have children, you become a mother.
Yeah.
And naturally it's kind of they want to become the alpha, and then you
Yeah.
change and you lose, in a sense, you lose part of who you
Yeah.
are. And that's when they kind of start to look elsewhere because you've lost that tiny bit of who you were in the original stages because they've allowed you to, or they've wanted you to say, become that maternal.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for. But I think that's something we were speaking about the other day in a sense of women do lose that power in a sense. And then when it comes to trying to bring that power back, that's when we struggle with men. Do you know what I
That's
mean,
true.
from the alpha?
Actually, funny enough, I'm pretty sure 80% of women would agree
Yeah.
that the things when a man is really, really haven't done the work and they're toxic masculine,
Yeah.
when they meet a woman and she's strong and she's full of it and she's full of life, everything he loved her for, when he ends up being with her, he wants to change it all.
Yeah.
Like he loved, and a woman goes crazy because you love me because I was funny.
Yeah.
You love me because I was outgoing and I speak to people freely and I am like my energy flows. You loved all that about me. Now you don't want me to speak to anybody. Now you don't want me to go do these things. Why? Now you don't want me to crack jokes and be funny in front of people because it's inappropriate.
Yeah.
You don't want me to mingle and talk. So the very things that they fell in love with you for are the same things they want to change about you.
Yeah.
But that's a toxic masculine because women are strong. Men are strong. Yet we have two different roles in life. We operate differently. Therefore, we don't compete. We complete each other.
Yeah.
There are things men can do, women cannot do. And things that women can do, men cannot do. And this is why we are puzzles. We combine with each other.
Yeah.
We are a whole. So, yeah. And this is why, like, a lot of men hate it online when I speak. Especially, like, I had an argument with a guy. I don't usually respond to negativity because it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But there was this one guy, he's like, oh, now my wife is going to watch this. What if she changes her mind about me? I'm like, bro, that's your insecurities. That's your issue. If you were solid, you would not even write this or you wouldn't even be afraid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and the video was about me saying, if you're in an abusive relationship, if you're mistreated and you tried everything and you're out of tricks, no more tricks in the bag, walk away. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be alive. You deserve to get what you deserve.
He's literally opened up and said, this is what I'm doing to my wife.
Exactly. But then we were on DMs going back and forth because I was like, let me try to help his wife by talking to him.
Yeah.
You know, obviously there's an issue. And then I said, okay, what if your sister was in this situation? He's like, of course I want her to get divorced. I'm like, oh, So you're
now
okay
it's
for your
okay.
sister to do it because you care about your sister, but you don't love your wife that way.
Yeah.
As part of your life, as a family. That if you're not good for her, she shouldn't be with you.
Yeah.
He blocked me.
Do you know, how do you
I
think,
won the argument.
literally, we always win. How do you think then, having that mindset, has that affected any relationship, any like new relationships that you've had?
No, because no. After doing all the work,
Yeah.
after doing the healing, of course, we're never really fully healed. But when you do the core healing,
Yeah.
you operate differently. You operate from a more healthy way.
Yeah.
When I look at my past relationships, I've had 4, and I look at the men, and if I see similar type of men walking around, I swear I gag.
Really? So you
Yeah.
know now? Yeah.
I was like, I don't even know how this was my type.
Yeah.
It's not my type anymore. And I like run when I see them.
Yeah.
And now, because I've done the work, I'm attracted to like healed men who have done the work. Before I used to be attracted to wounded men because I wanted to help them
You
and
wanted
heal
to
them
help
and,
them, yeah.
you know, Bob the Builder's in action
Yeah.
and let's do this. And because also as part of who I am as a person, my purpose is I'm a light worker. So I want to spread light and healing to the world. But I don't have to do that in a relationship because I can
Yeah.
do it with everyone. And if it doesn't work, I can walk away. But when you're helping someone you're in a relationship with, you can't walk away from that.
Yeah.
It's like you took a project and now the project's not working, you're walking away.
Yeah.
Who's the problem, him or you?
That's the thing.
You.
Do you think that's also part, like, this sounds strange, but as like an entrepreneur,
Yeah.
we're designed to put things together, to fix things, to make things work.
Yeah.
Do you think part of that is originally being attracted to men that needed fixing? It's a project.
You mean whether like entrepreneurship?
Yeah. So obviously, if you look
No,
at old
no.
relations, no.
Because I know a lot of women who are not entrepreneurs that do the
Yeah.
same thing. It's like
Yeah.
women are fixers.
yeah, we are.
You know, we're
naturally, like-
nurturers, we're mothers, you know? We are the ones that give life. So
Yeah.
we feel like, oh my God, I feel bad. Let me go fix this. Let me help this.
Yeah.
And wishful thinking. A lot of women sadly think that I will be the one that's going to change this playboy.
like a
I
win.
will be the special
Yeah.
one. I will be. Girl, you're operating from ego, you
Yeah.
know? And trust me, you shouldn't be someone that is a choice.
Yeah.
Like you're an option for him.
Yeah.
Okay, whether it works or not, she's an option. I've got side chicks and all that. You shouldn't be that because you're
Yeah.
building him for the next woman in his life.
Literally.
Don't waste your time. Now I understand when after doing everything I've done to heal and to rise and to be who I really am, now it's like if I meet a man and it's like I just sense, because when you do the work,
Yeah.
you sense the energy. You
Yeah.
feel like a little bit of like trauma that's unresolved. And
Yeah.
it's okay to have trauma because once you meet somebody, you can heal together.
Yeah.
But there's a big but here. He has to at least be open to it,
Yeah.
which a lot of men are not open to, healing and therapy and growing and
Yeah.
doing the shadow work. That's one thing. Second thing, he has to have at least some basic work done.
Yeah.
If there's no basic work done, I'm Bob the Builder, and I don't want to be Bob the Builder.
Yeah.
Go do your thing. Let's meet in another life. I have no idea. Maybe in a
Yeah.
few years, if I'm still single, good, great.
Yeah.
But other than that, no. I need a man that has done at least the basic foundation work, because if a man has not done the work, he is in self-sabotage mode and he will destroy everything in his way,
Yeah.
not knowing that he's destroying it for himself. Because when you are wounded and you're taking decisions, you feel like you are not, how do you say this? You're not worthy
Yeah.
of something good. And when something good comes your way, you're going to push it away, you're going to destroy it, you're going to fight it.
Yeah.
And when you have fear of abandonment or you are hurt from the past, you're going to come in destroying things before they destroy you, because you are so
Yeah.
sure they're going to destroy you. You're so sure this person wants to end you. So you end them before they end you.
Yeah, to
So you
avoid the pain.
operate, from a wounded place.
Yeah.
And I don't want that anymore. I used to be attracted to that. I'm not Bob the Builder anymore. Drop
Yeah.
that. I am here for a man that has done the basic work
Yeah.
and is ready to do the rest of the work with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. So do you apply the same analogy then with like business relationships as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Always. I would never do work. I would never do business with someone who cheats
Yeah.
on their spouses or wives and all that. I will never do business with people who mistreat other people. I do not do business with people who treat me special because of who I am, but then treat people who are like normal in life as
Yeah.
if they're non-existent. I do not like that. Like if your energy and your values don't align with mine, we don't work together. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how much investments you can put into this. I don't care how smart and genius you are. We don't align. We don't vibe. We don't vibrate on the same level. One day, not today, maybe in a year, maybe in 10 years, we will clash. We will clash 100% in the way we manage the business, the way we look at the business, the way we want to give back into the business, the way we manage the employees in the business. Here I am being an empath and being a leader, and then there you are destroying the culture and the environment of the organization. We will clash one day.
So you can see it. So before you went on your journey then, did you go through any mishaps in business?
Oh yeah.
Go on, break it down.
I swear to God, like I lost count. I think I started over 20 something businesses. They all failed. Only 9 survived till now. And it's okay. Like a lot of people, there are a lot of dreams in the graves. Because a lot of people leave this world not doing anything they want to do or believing in themselves or following their dreams is because they have this fear of failure. Which we've been conditioned to fear. Like you have to fear failure. And if you fail, you have to be ashamed and guilty. So shame and guilt are attached to failure. But when you unleash yourself to the truth of, I am just a prisoner of my own thoughts. And all these ideas of failures and all these ideas that have been casted by society on me, they're just ideas. You know, failure is a school. It teaches you.
100%.
I would not, babe, if I was successful in all my businesses, I would never have been the person I am today. It doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't.
I think failure teaches you.
We see it as like entrepreneurship as like a puzzle. And I think in the beginning you think, okay, it's this puzzle that's going to come together. But let's be honest, it's a puzzle that was never going to be completed. So with the 20 businesses, that's obviously a lot of businesses, were they all complete different niches, different industries?
Completely different. None of them I had a background in. None of them I had education in. None of them I had experience in. Because I don't believe I'm limited to these things. I dabbled between restaurants to branding agency, to fashion, to this, to that. You can think of anything, I've done it. Like I've done everything because I feel like I have one life. Let me go at it. Let me go deep into it and let me discover what I can and cannot do. Because a lot of people love discovering what they can do, but I love discovering what I can't do. You know? So when you sit with me and I say I can't do it, it's because I tried. I would never say I can't do something I haven't tried.
Unless you've done it.
Never. And you because I see it a lot. I sit with my friend, and once we were watching the Olympics and people were swimming. And my friend was like, I wish I could swim like that. I'm like, why don't you try? He's like, I don't think I can. I'm like, oh Lord. Have you tried? What if you can be the number 1 swimmer in the world? You've never tried. Why are you limiting yourself to these ideas? I can't. You become what you think. Words are called spelling for a reason. They have a spell. It's what you tell the universe, and the universe gives you. You attract who you are from the inside. You do not, see, manifestation is not attracting what you think. So if I say, I deserve an amazing man. But then I tell you, but I don't believe there are any good men out there. Guess what? The universe doesn't listen to, I deserve an amazing man. It listens to what you believe in, which is there are no good men out there. So let me send her some bad men because that's what she believes in. So the universe gives you what you believe, not what you think you deserve. So people have to be very careful. And this is why everyone's like, when I say I'm a manifester, like it's unbelievable how I can manifest. And people are like, oh, I've been trying to manifest all these things. But when you sit with them, they believe something completely different and they think of something completely different. I want. Okay, do you believe you can get this? No. That's why I'm manifesting. What do you think? It's like a candy shop. You just ask for things and you get them. It doesn't work like that. You vibrate at a certain level based on your belief system. And whatever you believe in, you attract. Magnet. It's as easy as that.
Do you think that's because though when you manifest something, you're always going to work harder to achieve that in the beginning anyway? But would you argue that that's the vibrations because you're telling yourself?
It's both. It's both. So you vibrate. So everything in life is vibration and energy, right? Just because we don't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. When you vibrate at a certain level and you believe that you deserve this and you're going to get this, whatever you want to get has that same vibration. So you are tuned in like a radio station. And then the music flows between both of you and you get whatever you want out of it. But it doesn't work like this where if God said this person is going to be a cardiologist, and then she's like, okay, God said I'm going to be a cardiologist, I'm going to sit at home and I'm going to be a cardiologist. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
You know, you have to work as well. So it's a combination of working towards it and vibrating at a certain level so you can reach it and like attract it. It's two things. It's not magic. It just doesn't come to your lap.
Yeah. Because I think that's the mix up, isn't it? People will say they're manifesting something, but you're so right in the way someone says they're going to achieve something or they're going to manifest it is I don't believe it's saying I want something, but I don't believe that there is. But in their head they're manifesting it, but they're not manifesting it because they're combating what they're actually saying.
True.
Yeah, no, that's really interesting.
It's not what you voice. So for example, let's say I'm sitting with you here and I say, okay, I am manifesting the perfect life partner. I am manifesting more children, a settled life, very stable, beautiful, healed relationship.
Yeah.
And then while I'm sitting in front of you in my head, I'm like, man, there's no one good out there. I'm going to struggle. This is hard. I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
Guess what? Even your thoughts internally that you don't speak out are vibrations. They're going out to the universe.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because you could meet someone, couldn't you? But then in your head, you're going, that's not the right person.
That's not the right person.
You've already built that wall up.
You already prepping yourself for like a disaster. That's it. So it takes a lot of inner work. You have to change and shift the perspective of who you are and how you see yourself and what you deserve and what you think you can achieve. And I always say we're alchemists, all of us, right? Now, the alchemy is not in putting something out there and manifesting it.
Yeah.
Alchemy is having the power to change anything internally inside of you.
Yeah.
So, and this is not a superpower. We all have it. Just you need to tap into your energy to find out how much of magic you have going in within you.
Yeah.
People think they don't. People think, oh, these people, they're gifted, they're chosen. No, nobody's gifted, nobody's chosen. We're all equal.
Yeah.
We're attached to none, connected to all. We come from one source.
Yeah.
We're all equal. Yeah, it's as simple as that.
You've got thinkers and doers.
Yeah.
You do. You've got doers that want to make that change and want to figure it out. You're definitely a doer.
Yeah. It's you have this and then you have the other type of people. Is it one day or day one?
Yeah.
You choose.
Yeah.
You know,
or you've got people that think that they're actually doing, but they're not. They're just trying to figure it out. But then, as you said, they're combating it.
No.
So what have you got going on at the moment, business-wise? What's going on?
Right now, we've been working for a whole year on this brand called Fix, F-I-C-K-S.
Okay.
Fix, my business partner, she's my best friend.
Yeah.
She's a scientist.
Yeah.
Total nerd, but a gorgeous nerd.
Yeah.
So she is so into science and biohacking the body and finding alternatives to everything that's out there toxic. Like she'll come to my house. She's like, oh my God, this tampon is toxic. Oh my God, this tissue box is toxic. This biscuit, she reads everything.
Really?
So we are both aligned with our values. She wants to change the world in a better way.
Yeah.
And then I am the one who believes I'm the light worker who wants to bring light to the world. And then we created a business that does that. So it's a combination of creating things with science and research that can affect your life in a positive way, and it is achievable, accessible for everyone, and priced in a way because we believe that health should be accessible for everyone. It shouldn't be just for the elites and the rich and all that. So we've created that brand where it takes these things that affect your lifestyle and health, but gives it to you in a different way that is A, you can afford, affordable luxury. B, science is done, research is done, papers are done, and it has zero negative impact on you.
Interesting.
And it is used in a fun way. So my personality is I like a twist.
Yeah.
Like I do not like the typical things. Like don't give me vitamins and tablets.
Yeah.
Give it to me in a cooler form. IV drips? No. Give it to me in a cooler form.
What's the cooler form?
You have to wait and see. But I can tell you one product we're launching now.
Go on.
So she created in the lab with like the team nanoparticles that explode. So they're like little nanoparticles.
Yeah.
You put them in something and they explode with the interaction with the body.
Okay.
So we've tested it on Emirates Airlines. We've had we tested it with Kim Kardashian's brand and all that.
Yeah.
So basically, it can do anything.
Okay.
From releasing scent to releasing moisture. Like, for example, if I make you a dress when you sleep at night and you're moving in your bed while you're sleeping, the nanoparticles explode and then it releases, let's say, something that makes your body get moisturized while you're sleeping.
Oh, right, Okay.
Yeah. So now we're releasing a pillow that has natural melatonin because we do not like people taking and consuming melatonin tablets or anything because melatonin is a natural hormone in your body.
Yeah.
And if you're always ingesting and taking melatonin tablets, you're hormonally screwing yourself.
Yeah.
You're telling your brain, hey, we don't need you to do the work or be alert. We're going to produce it on our own.
Yeah.
So we created these pillows and they're good for 30 washes. And when you sleep on them, the nanoparticles explode and it's natural melatonin that you breathe and you sleep naturally. It aids.
That's so interesting. See, melatonin is actually illegal in the UK. Like
it is illegal in so many countries. Yeah. But a lot of people take them. In America, all my friends, they cannot sleep.
Yeah, you can just buy
gummy
them, like
bears
Dollar
and all
Tree
that.
and things and melatonin. Yeah, no, that's mad.
Yeah.
No, that sounds really interesting though. So that's what you're working on at the moment. Now, you've got a company, haven't you, called Hello High?
Yeah.
How's that going?
So right now we are raising at the moment. So the company is on a hush because we're coming back with a bang with a new business partner.
Yeah.
That he's like really huge in the music industry. So we're just raising at the moment, talking to investors and all that.
Amazing.
But Hello High is a lot of work. Hello High like has a lot of people involved. So being the CEO of something like that is not easy. And out of all my companies, I stepped out as a CEO.
Yeah.
Because I have amazing people to take care of the company.
Yeah.
And all my employees in all my businesses, I have a pool equity of 5%.
Yeah.
And there's like achievable milestones. And if you achieve them, you jump in that pool. So if you work in the company, you own shares in it as well.
Yeah.
So my employees are my family. They're all taking care of everything. I trust them. Complete leadership, surrendering, no micromanaging. But Hello High is like a baby.
Yeah.
And I'm still the CEO and it's still hard work and all that. But at the same time, I'm also like launching something now that I truly, truly love because everyone's like, why aren't you doing your own podcast? I'm not made to make a podcast.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that's in the writings for me.
Yeah.
It's not my thing.
You're made to be on podcasts.
Yeah, because I have something to add, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So I feel like that's good because that's how I serve the community.
Yeah.
That's how I serve humanity.
Yeah.
It's through knowledge and through my voice and all that.
Yeah.
But I'm launching a platform. It's an app called The Others.
Oh, okay.
And it's like an app where I educate people.
Yeah.
And like everything I talk about in life, it's in detail there, broken into courses, and all that. And it's called The Others because I sometimes feel like I'm so alienated. I feel like an alien in this world. Like I don't fit in. I'm not understood. I'm not accepted, which is okay. But I do feel it. And The Others is about finding the others that are like me.
That are like you.
Who want to join this community and grow and thrive.
Yeah.
And feel alienated with their buddies who are like them, together. Yeah.
I think that's needed. I genuinely think the entrepreneurial world is lonely.
Yeah.
It is so lonely. And you do start to question. And I'll be honest, I do think we're different. We are different. And trying to find someone that you can relate to in certain scenarios.
Yeah.
And even though you say you're not stressed anymore with you know how to deal with certain things, I think you can still get overwhelmed with what's going on. And there isn't anyone else that you can go to your mum and dad, but they don't get it. They understand you, but they don't understand the situation. And it is hard. I think that is needed.
It is true. It is stressful. And I don't want you to think that I'm a robot, so I don't have feelings. No, I do get stressed. I do get upset. I'm human in the end, right?
Yeah.
But I feel the emotion. I don't become the emotion.
Yeah.
I am upset, but I'm not sad.
Yeah.
I am let down. I feel let down at the moment, but I am a happy person. So I don't become the emotion. I feel it. I let it pass me like a virus.
Yeah.
And it catches me. I have a downtime. It leaves me. And then I am back to Sara. I'm happy. I'm content. I'm abundant. I have abundance. So I don't become the emotion, but I do feel it. And I don't let it last long. I'm disciplined. I give myself 1 or 2 days. Go crazy, pull your hair, scream, smash things, whatever you want to do. You have 2 days and you bounce back.
You've learned how to deal with it. I remember with my gymwear brand, everything went wrong with that. Every single thing, from stock arriving, logos would fall off. It was awful. And I used to stress at every single thing. And then when I set my agency up, I completely readjusted myself to, I'm not going to stress with certain situations. If I can't control it, I can't control it. It's not worth getting stressed about. And I remember the team saying to me, they were like, how can you be such a robot? How can you not show emotion? And I thought, people don't understand that you can go home and show your emotion. You can deal with it behind the scenes, but not show it on the outer layer of you.
Yeah, because it's not people, the outer world around you did not do this to you.
Yeah.
So why do you have to bleed on the people who didn't cut you, basically? So I don't believe in okay, sometimes you would feel I'm a little bit down, but I will never take it out on people around me. Never.
Yeah.
Because it's not your fault. And as an empath, to me, this is completely wrong, because when it's done to me, I don't like it. Therefore, I don't do it to people. So it's just understanding that I wanna receive. I want to give what I receive back, basically.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, like when you see me, when I'm stressed and I'm not showing my emotions, it doesn't mean I'm hiding.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm pretending to be happy and I'm inside, I'm broken into pieces. Never.
Yeah.
It will take so much to break me and to destroy me as a spirit, than just like a business falling apart or this not going wrong or people letting me down. Like, no. Once you go through this in life, you realize that I've got the vaccine for it. You know, I've been through it all. And sitting down and feeling sad and sorry and upset doesn't change it.
Doesn't change it.
No.
What advice would you give to, say, either your 20-year-old self or, say, 20-year-olds of today?
20-year-old self.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give her anything.
Nothing at all.
No, because I want her to go through all of that. I want her to learn on her own. I want her to... If somebody would have told me something at the age of 20 and I listened, I wouldn't be sitting in front of you right now.
Yeah.
I am here because I didn't listen.
Yeah.
So I want her to just wonder and be herself. But I would give her one piece of advice is, do not care about what people think. That's it.
Just go
and
for it.
do not mold yourself into something just to be accepted. Because I did for a while.
Yeah.
I dressed a certain way. I acted a certain way because I wanted to be accepted in my culture.
Yeah.
But then when you grow up and you think about it, you're like, why do I have to look a certain way to be part of a culture?
Yeah.
I've been born here. I'm from here. You know, why do I have to dress a certain way? You know?
Yeah. That is something I get asked all the time. And I can never personally relate to it because my culture isn't that way. We can do whichever. My mum and dad, they were never bothered about really anything. But I get asked all the time, they're like, culturally, they'd fear of judgment of families and things, like my advice. And I always really struggle with that question. So I think it's really interesting you actually being able to relate to that and to be able to provide that guidance.
It's true. If you look at horses and like a farm, they all look different, height different, weight different. Some of them are champs, some of them are not. Some of them can run, some of them not. But they're all together. They understand that they're horses. We are all humans. We are not from this country. We are not from this culture. We're not from this religion. That's something internal, within us. But in the end, we are all human, and it doesn't matter if we're different. We just need to understand the basic thing is that we're all humans.
Yeah.
As simple as that.
100%.
And you learn from animals a lot if you look at animals, seriously.
Yeah.
Sometimes you look at them and you're like, wow, you don't have a free will. We are the best design of you, and yet you do it better than we do.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
True.
Okay, so my last question is going to be, if it's very similar to the advice in a sense, but if you could go back to the start, is there anything different that you would do on your journey?
Never.
No.
Ever.
No.
Not like if you tell me now I can take you back.
Yeah.
And I have a magic wand to take you back and erase everything and you're going to be brand new and you start all over again. I tell you, don't even think of it.
Yeah.
My son wouldn't be here, number one. I wouldn't be who I am. The woman I am today.
I'd have to start again.
But the woman I am, but if I start again, I would not be the woman I am today. And I love the woman I am today.
Yeah.
So whatever contributed to that, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you. Yes, it was hard, but guess what? We learn through hardship.
Yeah.
Pain is such a beautiful teacher if you allow it to teach you.
No, I completely agree. I do. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much
for joining me.
Thank you for
today.
having me. It's been a pleasure.
No, thank you. Especially so last minute. I'm buzzing that we got it in.
I know. Now you have a sister in Dubai.
I know.
You're stuck with me, girl.
I'll be back here next week just to see you.
That's it. We're done.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.